Welcome back, everybody. CK here with AJR Racing. If you're new here, welcome. So today we are talking about hiatus and how I've been on it.
Barrichello
Just the summer getting started in the kid, getting out of school. My son's been getting into baseball, and it's been taking up a lot of time. And I've been doing a restructuring of the studio and done a lot of new things. Got a new monitor. Yeah. So anyway, let's roll around track and talk about it. So, yeah, big news is that we are, or have been, tearing down the studio. Get this correct here. And tearing down the studio and rebuilding it up, and been putting some dividers up and everything. So it's just a dedicated, sim racing room, for the most part, gaming room too, slash, but been working on been using a old monitor. It was a plasma 720p on my recording computer. And if you know anything about content creation, you really want to have a monitor that is the same as what you're putting out into the recording, because otherwise the computer has to do extra work. And extra work is not good if we don't need it. You know what I mean?
Lane speed limit is 80 kilometers per hour. If it exits clear,
Plus,
stay behind the white line. Limiter's still on. Disengage it.
Thank you, sir. The monitor is just, so obsolete. I think it weighs like 75 pounds and it's only like a 40-inch. It's hilarious. So that needed to be replaced. Long overdue. It's actually only the second 4K monitor I've purchased, strangely enough. So it's a nice addition. The sim racing room, and also I wanted to do some content on a monitor here and there, do some sim racing on just a monitor, just to see the differences, because it's been so long since I've raced on a monitor. I don't think I can even do it, to be honest. I would probably be so bad, but that I would like to see. Might be fun for you guys too.
Fastest lap for Barrichello on 29.8.
Barrichello? What? Rubens Barrichello's in here. You gotta be kidding me.
P10.
Can I beat Rubens? I don't think so. I've been in the 29s, so let's go for it. Wow. We're actually in a room with Rubens Barrichello. This is crazy. He probably already raced. He's probably already out of the room now, but see if we can't beat his lap time. So another thing I've been wanting to do is try the big screen beyond. Kind of growing weary of this headset. The compression, the weight of it bugs me. I bought this battery head strap and it's completely useless to me because you don't have two plug-ins, so you can't charge off the battery, the headset battery, and be linked up to the computer. Yes, I am on a cord. You can't see it, but I'm linked. But I'm just tired of this clunky thing. It's heavy, and all the talk about the big screen beyond is...
That's your quickest lap in this session.
Got me interested.
2.3 off the pace. Your last lap time was at 1:32.1.
But the big screen beyond is so light, I think it's like, you know, a third of the weight of this headset. And OLED panels is such a draw for me, because OLED makes such a huge difference in your black levels. It's incredible. Basically gives you infinite contrast. Woo. A little slidey around there. So, I'm giving that some hard thought. And I'm thinking about pulling the trigger on that. We'll have to see. I need to get rid of some equipment. I've been kind of hoarding my equipment. I always have the fear of something breaking on me and not having a backup. I'm also excited to do a rig tour soon.
9, you're now 1.6 off the leader's pace.
That was another reason why we needed to restructure the studio because I just wasn't proud of it, you know, to do a rig tour. Otherwise, I would have done one already, but. Yeah, I want to do a rig tour and a tour of the studio. I had to get a new camera too. I was using my iPhone forever, and it worked well. The problem is I had to set it up every time, you know. And it just got to the point where it would take so long just to start a race, you know, between turning everything on, getting everything ready to record. I mean, I'd have to, you know, prepare 45 minutes before a race so I could get my practice in time and everything. Because it just takes so long to set up, you know.
Watch the track limits, please, Chuck. We need to slow down, give back some time.
Definitely not going to do it on this lap. I already messed it up. But I have done a 29 before, so it is possible I can beat old Rubens. I've seen Rubens in practice before, but he rarely races. Like I've never seen him go to a race. He just comes in, kind of makes a cameo appearance on in practice, and then he doesn't race. If you look on the standings, Diego Acevedo is another really good racer. I'm pretty sure he streams too. But I race with him. I catch him often. Meaning, I've you know, been in rooms with him before and raced with him. He's really good. I mean, he was around when I first started sim racing, which was like, you know, 4 years ago. So I don't know how long he's been on. I think close to 10. Yeah, it's really incredible how much you could just muscle this setup. fixed setups are so forgiving that you almost have to really muscle them to get them to work for you. You're just fighting them. You know, to whereas a nice custom setup will be really loose. Hard to drive, but if you can master it, it's always... Well, I guess it's kind of up for discussion, but I think a loose setup is always faster. I think a lot of people say that, you know. Max Verstappen feels that way. He loves a very oversteery setup. Whereas Perez, I think, prefers the opposite. And we all know how he's doing. I wonder if he's going to have a seat next year. I haven't been following real close lately, so they might have said already. I don't know, but
That puts you.
I don't know if he's still got a contract through 25 or what. But you know, I love Perez, but I feel like he just hasn't quite been delivering. But pretty hard to deliver next to an amazing driver like Verstappen. I love how Max prefers sim racing over Formula One. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that YouTube video, but there's one out there where he talks about it. This lap's looking pretty good. I've done a best lap of 128, but that's not in a fixed setup. That was in a custom setup. So this fixed setup is way off.
Place. You're currently 1.5 off the leader's pace. You've just done a 131.3. The guy ahead's lap time is a 131.2.
So because I have the new monitor, I'm able to put out 4K instead of 2160, so I'm hoping that comes through after YouTube compression. We'll see how that goes, but it'll be just a little bit better of an experience for you guys. Of course, I like to watch the videos too. They're fun, you know. If anything, I'm just having fun here. Yeah, I'm not really, I don't think I'll ever make any real money off of this. Problem is I spend too much, so from a business standpoint, hard to justify the means there. But I just love doing this for the community. I like talking to people, you know. Usually I wish people would ask me more questions about, you know, racing and whatever, you know, having to do with, you know, VR and iRacing and such. But, you know, I don't normally get that kind of stuff unless I do a review video. I mean, I'm still getting comments on my review video of the Quest from, geez, I don't know, you know, whenever I got this thing, I think around just before Christmas time, so it's already been over 6 months, and I still get people hitting me up all the time. I love helping people out, you know. Just like I like looking up videos and, you know, learning stuff as well. I just like the sense of community. I love how Rubens' number is 111.
P8.
Well, this isn't going to be the one. Oh, I lost a bunch of time right there. So this week has been a slow start, you know, with all the work on the room and everything. I'm just kind of out of practice. Did a couple races here and there. Had a really good GT4 race, multi-class. It was a lot of fun. The Falcon Sports Car Challenge. I don't know if you've tried it, but GT4 it's a fun car to drive. I picked up the Aston Martin. Pretty happy with it. Sounds pretty good on the outside, but on the inside, it's okay. The Leger really sounds good. That's the P3 car, and it's got an amazing sounding V8. Reminds me of the Mustang GT3. That car sounds great too. Haven't had a chance to pick up that one. I picked up the Corvette, but I might have to pick it up. I don't know.
31.7.
Anyway, the new camera that I got is the Elgato base cam. It's actually my second one. And, you know, Elgato's just great for streaming, and, you know, it just works good. It works, you know, right away. I will say out of the box, the quality is horrible. Like you would, I almost returned it, honestly. The first one I got, I almost returned it because it just looks so bad out of box. Like it's just a bunch of white noise, and you couldn't believe it, but you just dial it in. You have to dial it in with the Elgato camera hub, and it looks great once you do. And what I really like about it is the input lag, or I'm sorry, just the lag, you know, in general is good. There's very little delay. And they're 1080p cameras, which is perfect for when I'm doing, you know, small picture-in-picture shots, like the one on the left top corner and the one on the right bottom. You know, 1080p is plenty of resolution for a tiny picture like that. Looks clean, so.
You're now 2.6 seconds off the pace. Your lap time was at 1:32.4.
Yeah, these guys were ripping it. There's some incredible times. Whoop. Is anybody behind me? Yeah, it must be a little hotter in this session because just a little earlier I was hitting 29s. So anyway, wish I could get in the top 7, but I just don't seem to have it right now. It's hard to really get the good times while you've
got half your fuel left.
Talking too. Does take away from the concentration a little bit. But anyway, looking forward to seeing you guys at the next one, and we will be back shortly. Thanks for tuning in, and cheers.